And first up in the 5-ball short program, Thomas Dietz. Thomas Dietz made his mark at the very first WJF competition in 2004.
No one does this move, and he does it for a very long time. A little crooked, but he's doing it for a long time. Just astonishing.
He didn't win, but he returned just 1 year later to become the first recipient of the WJF Overall Championship title and remained undefeated 4 years in a row. He was an unstoppable force with dropless performances. Nobody came close to beating him during his reign. But non-stop training at the highest and most physically taxing levels with compromised form resulted in back and shoulder injuries that caused him to retire in 2008.
Man, look how tilted he is. Now you see with that crooked shoulder? He throws with his whole body. Yeah, what is with that left arm? It looks like it's not attached right.
You notice he stands a little crooked. One shoulder is higher than the other shoulder.
He does.
Although he won the overall championship at WJF 5, his abilities were deteriorating and his frustration was apparent.
What's up? Oh, please. No. Oh, come on.
Thomas announced his retirement just after winning his 4th overall championship title.
I retire from the competitions, so I never will compete again.
That's my last WJF. It's my last competition here. This year it hurts a lot in the back and in the wrist, and I think I have to stop.
After a guest appearance at WJF 9 in 2013 and an announcement of a $7,000 cash prize for WJF 10, Thomas announced he would compete the following year. Now, Thomas has returned to Las Vegas to compete at the event that launched his career 10 years ago. It's uncertain if his injuries have healed or if he's been able to maintain the level of training necessary to compete against the likes of Doug Sayers. Will he remain undefeated, or was it a mistake to come out of retirement?
I love the fact that he can be that good and that sloppy. I don't want him to get injured, but boy, do I love the fact that there's a little bit of funk in his juggling. You know, when you hear music and stuff, it's often the little slight stylistic mistakes that are great. And I love that he's lopsided and he just throws things and catches them. There's no perfection. I love that.
Technically, he would be much better, though, if he didn't embed that bad technique with his form. It is limiting.
Sure.
For his potential was limited because of that.
When Frank Zappa plays guitar, he also plays with that hunched finger system that also slows it down. When Thomas is juggling, you know it's hard.
and
when
you
other
know,
people are juggling, it can look easier.
Yeah, he does make it look difficult. And I guess if you lined up 10 people and you put masks on all of them, you could tell which one was Thomas.
Yeah, he's got a style. I like that. I think it's not the smartest way to live, but it's a beautiful thing to watch. Man.
Those are connected 9-7-5-3-1s. So the 9 is the highest throw, which is thrown first, and the 1 is just the hand across, just that ball that's handed from right to left. And they come down in the opposite order that they're thrown. The first ball thrown is caught
But that's
last.
just physics.
It is physics, but most basic juggling patterns are linear in that the first object thrown is the first object caught. And in the 9-7-5-3-1, each throw gets progressively lower so that the first ball thrown is the last ball caught, and the last ball thrown is the first one caught. And then we've also heard DB 9-7-5-3-1, which is with 7 balls. The D represents a 13 and the B represents an 11. So there's another version with a 7-20. Now that was a 9-7-5-2-2, and the 2s each represent a hold when a ball could have been thrown but instead was just held on to while he was spinning. Now there's a 3-up 180 connected to an over and back double 180. I believe I patented that move,
Yeah,
but
you did.
everybody's doing that now.
The throwing down with a disgust.
Throwing the balls down in disgust, yeah. Everyone's doing that now. Those are his over and back double 180s.
Now, he does lose points for the lack of form, right?
Yeah, for each unintentional movement of the feet, each catch that's out of the optimal catching position, and possibly for each throw with a crooked shoulder, the B jury, the deduction judges, may deduct points.
To the casual observer, it was a very tight routine, not a lot of flaws. Are you happy with your routine?
More than this, it was dropless, so I was thinking 3 drops, but without it,
Dropless.
yeah, I'm really happy right now.
0 drops, 8.67, so now he's got an overall score of 19.92.
I'm just saying, if you get 0 drops, your form is perfect. That's my point.